Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for September the 4th, 2018.
That's happening?
Yeah, well, should it be? I mean, this is what you got to be prepared for. When you barbecue, anyone can barbecue when the conditions are perfect. But when it starts to get smoky, when it starts to get fiery, that's when the True BBQ Master comes out. So on the barbecue, you can see a couple of hot dogs, you can see a couple of hamburgers, and you see these big-ass steaks. Who are they for, Case? They are for Brando. And what's really weird when you're cooking steak only for your dog, the question is, how do you make it? You know, like, you really don't know. Does he like it rare? Does he like it well done? What? Okay, so today is going to be step number one for going after your depression. Step number one today, and then step number two tomorrow, and so on until we run out of steps. Here's step number one. Step number one is saying to yourself, I am tired of feeling this way. I am done with the idea that I wake up in the morning and I know that I'm not going to experience joy. I'm finished with that. I am, for the first time perhaps, going to acknowledge the fact that I am sick. And I'm sick and tired of being sick. And I'm sick and tired of my illness owning me. Because when you don't challenge your illness, when you just let your illness take over your life, then it owns you. Step number one is to acknowledge the fact that you need help, and number two, to acknowledge the fact that you're going to go for help. Say this right now out loud and show this to someone who you believe needs to go and change their life. And the first thing that you're going to say is what I said. The second thing, hold on one sec. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to make an appointment with your doctor. Now, I'm not saying the medical route is the only way to go. I'm not talking about going on medication here. I'm talking about taking that first step. And when you take that first step, immediately you will feel a sense of relief, a sense of, you know, there is a chance that sometime in the future I could feel better. Because at a certain point, you know you're not going to feel better when you don't do anything about it. Here's what I would say. If you've been depressed for a day, forget it. Who's going to worry about that? Or a week, or even a month. But at a certain point beyond that, you have to say, you know, I'm not getting better on my own. This thing is not going to disappear. Step number one, admit that you're sick. Admit that you're tired of being sick. And most of all, admit that you are tired of being owned by your illness. You make that appointment, and then tomorrow on SickNotWeak.com, we're here 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. It is step number two. This is all leading up to the day when you can say, you know what? I feel a little bit better. I know that you can get there. I did, so can you.